gold collectibles jewelry, and the return of monthly profit on sale to traders are gold collectibles or jewelry, deposit and the return of monthly profit on sale to transaction or trading securities, deposit taking, deposit mobilization, whether or not we export of tons of gold-bearing bars of very fine percentage as to whether or not the export of tons in gold-bearing bars of very fine percentage a Ponzi scheme. We pray the just and august Ghanaian court to answer these questions and then to make consequential orders to repair menzgold damage, if any. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, menzgold got very successful with its gold dealership business, resulting in the buying of gold, export, and the produce of fine gold collectibles, which is jewelry, to satisfy the domestic market. This was just an innovative drive and adherence to the government's campaign for Made in Ghana goods. We saw the need to embark on a drive for international expansion in a quest to broaden our market's share size. We saw the opening of some international outlets in Madrid, that is in Spain, London, that is in the United Kingdom, and then Lagos, which is our neighbor, Nigeria. The famous shutdown letter landed our business, staff, customers, and shareholders a catastrophic blow, which sadly led to many very horrific occurrences that brought untold economic hardships to our families, our dear customers, and the staff body of all our companies, many of whom are customers too, due to the reputable nature of our business. To you all who suffered various degrees of upset, be it directly or indirectly, we sincerely share in your pain. With God on our side, we shall soon change this sad menzgold tale to a very happy narrative, as I grasp a resolve to drive our company from good to great. The menzgold product line that has been questioned is one that is just an act of innovation characterized by most businesses worldwide. We sought to build a word processor out of a typewriter in our line of business with the hope of being encouraged to create wealth in the face of globalization. While I was in office, I noticed that the 21st century witnesses a blowing wave of globalization, yet our continent, Africa, has seen limited technological innovative advancement, which stifle our economic growth and limit our progress due to lack of will to invest in the difficult task of creating new things. This tends to make companies in Africa fail in the future, no matter how big a company's stated capital is or who is in the helm of affairs. With this background, juxtaposed with my vision and drive to build a business that would surpass our generation, innovation was the only option. As it turned out with a cease and desist directive from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the need arose for us to mobilize company assets, especially outstanding payments due to our company from several companies and individual buyers in several countries, particularly in the United Arab Emirates, to meet the payment obligations owed to menzgold traders or customers and other business associates. It was in this regard that I embarked on the pursuit of company asset or debt recovery overseas. In the course of my pursuit, upon my arrival in Dubai on the 7th December 2018, I was framed by one of the companies, Horizon Wire Diamond, which owes our company 750 kilograms of gold valued at $39 million. Believing that menzgold is doomed for closure due to the unfavorable media reportage and customers' protest in Ghana. Hence, tabled a bogus claim that they have been defrauded by another Ghanaian company, Just Gold Company Limited, with frivolous claims of the Just Gold Limited having associations with our company, which is very false. The subsequent action by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, (EOCO), to freeze menzgold and my personal asset further hardened the resolve of some of our debtors who thought menzgold was a thing of the past. Following my graceful acquittal and discharge in the Dubai Superior Court, the need arose for me to return to Ghana immediately on the call of the Interpol Red Notice. to answer criminal charges on the same customer's debt portfolio before the Ghanaian court, the very reason why I went to Dubai in the first place. A call that restrained me from laying claims to the funds I went to the UAE to recoup. All companies worldwide have liabilities in its books, and so do menzgold. Business in summary is all about owing and being owed. We at menzgold are committed and do express our willingness to service our debt portfolios to our customers and business associates as soon as we can with a given opportunity. We respectfully pray the Ghanaian authorities to cooperate with us to achieve the following. Number 1, to assist us make full recovery of the amount owed menzgold by Horizon Wire Diamond in Dubai. As an act of good faith, we are willing to engage the Attorney General's office on the best possible way for them to aid menzgold by employing international law and diplomatic relations to ensure we achieve this objective. 2, to unfreeze our companies and my personal bank account and asset for us to utilize these as vehicles to get productive in order to meet our liabilities owed to our customers and some business associates in our bid to resolve our liabilities immediately. As of now, Blue Marketing Consult, menzgold and I cannot credit or debit any bank account in Ghana. This is why it is highly imperative to consider this kind request, as I believe government shares in our resolve and will do all that which is needful in our quest to satisfy the populace who are our customers. 3, to clearly give direction as to which government agent or agency has jurisdiction to regulate the activity of gold collectible or jewelry trade in Ghana, just so we can apply for the necessary certifications in order to proceed with our business in a fair and sound manner. As we have publicly demonstrated, we are open to fair supervision and are opposed to no supervision, misconceived supervision, or supervision with malicious intent. Respectfully. The founders of PayPal, Elon Musk and Co., set out to create a new internet currency to replace the US dollar. Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg's first product was designed to get his classmates signed up, not the Earth's population. Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp's Uber started only to supplement the taxi fleet in San Francisco. Brian Chesky, Joe and Nathan started Airbed and Breakfast as a means to rent out an unused space in their abode to get income to supplement a deficit for a pending event. Ivan Spiegel, Bobby and Reggie started what came to be known today as Snapchat, as sending naughty, disappearing fan photos when they were all students at Stanford University. America's media called it Sexting App. Jeff Bezos started Amazon as a digital bookstore in a garage. Was heckled by the big players in the book retailing business. Jack Ma fought through and achieved Alibaba in China, and the list goes on. All of these innovative breakthroughs had regulatory questions, suffered bad press. Uber and Airbed and Breakfast particularly have suffered global protests. Travis Kalanick, founder and first CEO of Uber, especially, fought many regulatory and legal battles. Today, these great innovative companies are pillars of the great Silicon Valley, receiving global tribute for the United States of America. These are just symptoms of disruptive business ideas. Menzgold is today characterized by its same trait, and I have no doubt in my mind that our company is on the path to greatness and global prominence. If these 3 propositions are reviewed and considered, we shall confidently proceed to make the necessary arrangements to start paying our customers immediately under my watch. This I say with my personal guarantee. While my detention in Dubai was harrowing, daunting, terrific, and horrific experience, I am grateful to God because I feel very refined. It has made me older than my age as we grow in our experiences and not in years. I am fulfilled and ready for greater exploits. Highly motivated to add up to our previous gain. I am happy about the disruption A key trait about a successful business prospect in this information age is the ability to scale. As Mario Andretti, a champion car racer, rightly put it, if everything is under control, you are just not going fast enough. Xylophone Media is an entertainment business. It's an entertainment media business. On innovation, just like menzgold, employing technology to develop new breakthroughs in art, variety of international interest and needs. It would comfort you to note that the Xylophone Media is not just another media firm, respectfully. We are a media and art technology company. Our competitors are not in Ghana. They are far away in the Silicon Valley, California. To you, I say, ants that unite can beat an elephant. Admittedly, we have made some pretty good losses. Yes, we are happy about our losses having been a disruptive arts and media business. We wear our loss as a badge of honor. Our laws depict our grand ambition. By natural law, I encourage companies worldwide with marketing needs in Ghana and Africa to take advantage of Blue Marketing's great professional marketing prowess, as the company did for menzgold. Menzgold's mighty growth. To the staff body of all our companies, I couldn't have been more proud of you for to our menzgold, but something we earned by the way we worked with you diligently over the past years. I can assure you that it will pay off favorably soon. Together, we are very conscious of our responsibilities towards you, our church, esteemed customers, and we will do everything we can to individually and collectively meet your expectations. To the government of Ghana, we applaud you for not sparing the rod and spoiling the child. We've got your message. My willingness to be misunderstood is the basis of our many criticisms and the exercise of brute force and skewed media reportage witnessed against our outfits in the last 12 months. I am an entrepreneur and I remain as such. Last but not the least, to the many Ghanaian and African youths, as well as the aged who believe in me and the nam1, we shall continue to contribute to those in authority for creation of the new Ghana and the new African, new Ghanaian and the new African, and the new African socio-economic front. I am well aware that many of you crave African prosperity. So do I. To you all I ask, the Egyptian who conceived the idea of the pyramid and actually built it was an African. had same natural abilities we have with less access to information than we do today, yet succeeded in building not just one pyramid, but 3 or more. So then I ask, which African today will build the next Egyptian pyramid? Ghana shall prosper. Africa will be great again. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your time. God bless you.
Can we get one extra mic, please, here? Link. Is it working? Let me show.
Hello. Hello.
Please, it's appropriate to give him another round of applause, please. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. No, move this thing to the middle. Move this one. The middle. Okay. So please, if you raise up your hand, I will call you. Then you match up to the microphone here, and then you ask your questions. Please, precise, short. Sure. Okay, let me give you mine.
Wondering whether I can ask 3 in 1 short.
Introduce nobody media house. Need to introduce himself and his media house that is coming from.
Your name, the media house,
Let me do 2 very short in a matter of 30 seconds. My name is I'm from Peace FM. First and foremost, Nana, I would like to know how you escape to Dubai, and then also you have given a summary of everything that happened. But the question really that your customers and the people of Ghana want to know, because it appears you are tying your ability to pay your customers to government decision, which is may or may not happen. So if it doesn't happen, what happens to your customers?
What is the question? No. So what exactly is the question? So what the second one?
Oh no, the question was how he was able to escape to Dubai.
Because the first one is understood, but the second one, it wasn't a question. Because it appears as if.
No, you set out 3 conditions which you want government to deal with.
Yes, sir.
And one of them was to defreeze your asset on your bank account and all those things. Because on the basis of that, if it happens though, then you'll be able to make progress in terms of ability to pay your customers. And I'm saying that if that doesn't happen, that means that your customers are obviously going to lose out.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Melvin from Daily Guide. I want to know how you feel, because since the menzgold thing started, some people have linked it to. How do you feel as a person you see you are a great businessman or a kind businessman, and people are saying you have undertaken a fraudulent deal? How do you feel about that? And then secondly, when exactly are you going to pay the people? Because as you said, if they don't pay, if government doesn't help you or the Dubai people don't pay, it means the people are not going to get their monies back.
Is my name. I work for Media General. You have made 3 propositions to the state
that if these conditions are met, that's when you will be able to pay the customers that you owe. When I want to find out from you, the state says that you owe about 1.6 billion or so thereabout. Let's hear from you. How many customers do you owe, and in terms of money, how much do you owe them? And do you ascribe to the suggestion by the Ministry of Finance that some of your customers were greedy? Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Right? Yes, I will take yours first. So your first question was, how did I escape from how did I escape to Dubai? Okay, it would interest you and everybody, all and sundry here, to note that I did not escape from Ghana to Dubai. And I did not escape. And also, I would want to put it on record that I, Nana Appiah Mensah, did not jump bail. Okay? First of all, the Yoko invitation and, let's say, the bill, the self-recognizance bill that was granted me, did not have, it wasn't tied to a travel ban. Okay? It wasn't tied to a travel ban. Number two, the day before I would depart, I don't want to commit anybody to anything, but the day before I would depart, I informed the Yoko. As a matter of fact, we can check Yoko's record. Okay, I signed in at their front desk. I visited Yoko the day before I departed our jurisdiction. So I did not escape Ghana to Dubai or any, where in the world. So I'll leave it at that. Then your second question was, if the propositions that we have tabled are not met, does it mean that our customers will languish in, poverty or hardship, till eternity? It is no, okay? Because I believe, I don't want to, but I believe that government shares in our resolve to ensure that every single customer gets paid. This I'm sure they do. Nobody has told me, but I'm sure they do, because this is a very responsible government who are committed, to discharge their welfare obligation to the good people of Ghana under their social signed with them, proud to their coming to office. So I'm very confident in this government that they would, they share in our resolve to ensure that every customer gets paid under their welfare, obligation or duty towards the people of Ghana. And so they would listen, consider, and probably, grant it. However, on the flip side, we have a difficulty, because as it stands right now, I'm sure we all know it. To come via bank wire through the central bank, and then the central bank will look at it and then send it to
the local bank, and then we can draw by check of the populace, you know, in our country. And decide, you know, what they deem fit. The fraud tag. Okay. Well, it sounds it's okay, you know. Right, but I think my conduct, you know, the fruit. Is what will determine the tree. So it's all right. I a difficulty. So we are praying humbly, you know, we are lying prostrate, and then, if you like, we're on our knees. They should look at it, you know, respectfully, and take a decision on it. So when the account is opened, we would immediately make arrangement, just as I indicated in my speech. We would immediately make arrangement, and then that would include meeting the customers' leadership, you know, broad consultation, coming up with a feasible or realistic schedule, and then once we have consensus, we would communicate. So this is what we have, you know, this is what we're planning. Kwabena, right? Of TV3. Your question was, how many customers do we owe and how many customers are involved? Respectfully, I would, you know, so with respect, I would want to decline comment on this. But in due course, when it is time for us to, you know, make payment, I'm sure with the customer's consent, because this also borders on privacy. So I'm sure with the customer's consent, if we need to publish it in the dailies, why not? We will not hesitate at all. We will do that. Then the last one. Do you ascribe to the school of thought, you know, that things that the customers were greedy? I do not. And I'll just leave it at that. I do not. They weren't greedy at all. You know, they were not greedy. So I do not ascribe to that thought. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. And please, kindly keep your questions precise and straight to the point. Boss, yes, then please come. Then Favor. Then one print. Let me get one print. I have radio, I have TV. Print from where? Searchlight. Okay, please come here and answer because of camera. One at a time. Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Favor Nuno. I work for the BBC. Favor Nuno. Yes.
Favor Nuno, BBC.
So what we know is that most of your clients have connected the monies that you're expecting from Dubai to the fact that they may get their investments back. Now the question is that when are you expecting to be able to retrieve these finances from Dubai and to be able to pay your customers? The court in Dubai established timelines for you to be able to retrieve these monies, or it is open to negotiations with this company. You do mention that you expect that government should be able to support you with international lawyers to go after this. So the question is, when are you able to get this money in your accounts to be able to save your customers?
Thank you. Next person, please.
All right, my name is Nana Appiah Mensah, Xylophone FM and 5 I've got 2 in 1 questions. The first one, is menzgold a Ponzi scheme? The second one, Securities and Exchange Commission gave you a directive to shut down the gold vault and pay your customers. Why did you shut down the gold vault and not pay the customers? Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mensah. My name is Nana Appiah from Daily Searchlight, Nana Appiah. I think the brouhaha about what is happening now is about licensing. Now you have made it emphatically clear that you have acquired all the legal documents pertaining to your business. Can you show a copy or copies to the press or to the Ghanaian populace or to the world that indeed you have all the legal documents that you are working with? And my second question, please, I beg your pardon. The man in Dubai, I don't know the name, it's a long name, who allowed the security agencies to incarcerate you. Now that you have come out, that the claim was making against you were false, what are you going to do? Are you going to take legal action against him, or you're just going to leave him off the hook? Thank you.
Please, let's ask only 1 question, please. It's very important. Okay, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Favor Nuno of BBC. So you want to know when we are collecting, the money that is owed to us in Dubai, the UAE. Just as I indicated in my statement, right after I won the case, the judge come back to the propositions that, one of the propositions that we have, tabled for government, right to government, and then proceeding. The first criminal proceeding was done. The Interpol red notice kicked in, so I was still under detention, so I couldn't do any of this. So now that I'm home, it's important that I show my customers and shareholders, patrons, and then the whole Ghanaians, the general public, respect, by briefing them as to what exactly transpired, from my perspective. Hold on to other assets that we have, just so we'll be able to adequately meet our liabilities to our customers. So this is my position on that. And then you also asked as to whether the court gave timelines. No, there were no timelines attached. Then Mr. Arnold Mensah of Vibe in 5, right? A xylophone FM. You want to know as to whether menzgold is a Ponzi scheme. Menzgold is not a Ponzi scheme. Let me seize this opportunity to shed light, more light, on the operation. I'm sure this is in reference to the gold collectible trade and not our gold export and then our assaying and smelting and assaying. Now, the gold collectible trade was a platform that we created, our creation, and I mentioned innovation when I was speaking. So we own the proprietary, to the gold trading platform. It's a platform that has a lot of, buys, so many buys, and then it has a lot of around the world, and then it has a lot of sellers, which is the traders, which they are gold collectible, all right? So we only own the platform. It is our creation, so we own the platform. So it is just like Accra Mall, for example. You have a product you want to sell. You do not have, you don't know where to find a seller. And so you go to Accra Mall and then you go and then apply for space just so you can bring your product then come and sell. So a customer owns his gold collectible, all right, comes to menzgold and says that I want to trade my gold collectible on your platform because the platform is ours. So we need to have royalties. We need to get paid. And this is why they pay us commissions. So they pay for commission, we accept, and then we give them receipt, narrating the transaction history on the receipt. Then we accept the gold, and then we sign a contract, and it is the contract that regulates our relationship. And in the contract states what should be done in case of breach, all right? After we put a gold, we subject the gold to our platform, all right? And then we have buyers on the platform. So the product that we have placed on our platform meets a buying lead. So somebody buys it. We make profit of having accepted the commission, which is the royalty. We also make profit on the customer's gold that they have placed on the platform. All right, and gold, we have huge demand. So there is constant demand. So every week we are able to sell the customer's gold, all right, restock, and then come and sell again. But at the end of the month, because the contract says that we are supposed to be paying them returns at the end of the month, we only give them 1 out of the 4. And then the 3, because we are doing the trade, the 3 becomes, our profit or our benefit. Let me say benefit or reward. So this is what it is. It is not a Ponzi scheme, but it is just an innovative drive. Today's internet market is where the owners of platforms like Alibaba, like eBay, like Amazon and all owns a platform, and then they match selling lead to a buying lead, and then they make money. So it was just an innovative drive. It was just an innovation, something, our creation. And people would contest what they do not know. Around the world, there is a huge debate as to whether ghosts exist or not. Because none of us have seen a ghost, there is a contest. A school of thought believes ghosts exist. A school of thought believes it does not exist. So naturally, human beings would contest what they do not know. But we do, because this is our proprietary. We have the technical expertise when it comes to gold. You might be a lawyer, and a good one for that matter, but that doesn't make you a good businessman. You can be a business professor, in Harvard or Yale. We all see things from different perspectives. My 4-year-old, all right, will not just conclude that an animal, is a duck by just watching the way it walks or the way it swims. My 4-year-old penner will not do that, all right? We do not have to, draw assumptions and then conclusions based on, our mental dispositions and our primary and secondary socialization. we need to attack the fact, especially when our integrity, are on board. Today, the telcos in Ghana, they do mobile transfers, but originally they were given a license to do telecommunication business. You get it? Today the real estate industry is not regularized, but tomorrow it would be. So at every given time in human history, innovation precedes regulation. So if we have gotten innovative, we are not opposed to regulation. We welcome regulation, but we expect fair regulation, in accordance with the rule of law. So menzgold is not a Ponzi scheme. Thank you so much. We have created a platform that has the customer's good, the selling prospect, with the buying leads that we are supposed to match, just so we make the Mercedes-Benz. You go to a Mercedes-Benz shop, garage, and then you tell them you want a fleet of Mercedes-Benz for car rental business, but you want it on credit. So you do down payment, and then they give you 5 Mercedes-Benz to go and then run car rental business, just so every month you would come and then be servicing the debt. You take the cars, you start the business. Every month you pay, you service the debt. Then you receive a letter from Mercedes telling you that, or you receive a letter from let's say a car regulator telling you that stop renting the cars, yet keep paying the money to Mercedes-Benz. Well, I thought this was a demonstration of a certain deficit in the understanding of our exact business. So we would go back and then furnish them with more further and better particulars, just so the executives can probably look at it, and if they think we can create an industry out of our gold collectible trade, they would forward some draft to the legislature, and then possibly we can have a statute or an act, and then it becomes an industry which will promote and advance the cause of our economic prospect. Thank you. Okay, Nana Poku of Daily Searchlight. You asked that we show a copy of. I think my last answer can also answer this. Should be able to cater for this question. However, let me just give it a small shot. As of now, we own a Minerals Commission license that directs us to do 2 main things: to buy gold on one arm, on one leg, and then to export gold on another leg. So we hold a Minerals Commission license. That makes us a gold dealer. Okay, a reputable one for that matter. However, we got innovative, with our gold, because we thought there is a huge market gap as to domestic consumption, and it is important that we satisfy, we do not have to be, and of course, the government, keeps promoting that. We need to do value addition. We need to add value to our produce, and then we can satisfy, domestic market. So we thought we can buy gold, and then we can export gold. But we do not export all the gold. We still have some gold durables left. Why don't we do value addition to it, and then put it up for sale so we can make profit? So it would interest you to note that we're buying gold 7.75 grams at, let's say, how much were we buying it then?
1,200.
1,200. And then we had the technology, all right, to be able to process it and then made it to the finished product you see with the packaging and all that. So let's say cost price is, the manufacturing price is like 300 more, so that comes to 1,500. But we're selling one at 2,000, so we make profit of, the 500, out of which we pay our broker or retailer, which is Brew Marketing Consult, I think 3%. They take 3% on, so we pay them the 3%. So that 500 Ghana, we put it on the side. Okay, thank you.
Do one more. Okay.
So we just, in short, just as I indicated in our statement, we sought to produce a word processor, out of a typewriter, or we sought to produce lemonade out of lemon. This is what we did. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It's okay.
One more.
Okay.
He asked that those who caused your...
Yes, those who caused my, who filed that claim in Dubai, that filed claim in Dubai and it caused my detention. The lawyers are reviewing. Our Emirati lawyers are still reviewing, so I'm yet to get an advice. But I would definitely, press charges and then seek the necessary reparations. Thank you.
GTV, please, City, and then another point. Joy. Multi-TV, please, come forward. GTV, City, and Multi-TV, or Joy. Okay.
My name is Abdul Rahman from GTV. First, I'd like to know the... Okay. Sorry. All right. So I'd like to know the net worth of... my name is Abdul Rahman, GTV. Okay, I'd like to know the net worth of the company, what you have currently, or at best if you can tell me what you were having before the regulators started to haunt you. And secondly, in the last bit of your speech, you said you thanked the regulators for not sparing the rod, the government. Is that an admittance that menzgold was doing the wrong thing and thereby the government stood up to correct it? Thank you.
Please, let's stick to the rules. One question, please. One. Okay.
My name is Hansen Ajaman. I work with City FM, City TV. I guess your customers might not be that happy. Hansen Ajaman, City FM, City TV. When there was a payment schedule, they didn't get their money. Now you are asking government to do certain things before you can pay them. When your lawyer wrote to the Attorney General, he was very clear that there was a need for, and that you had agreed, that government would be a trustee in that said document. Clarify if that is true or not. The customers have severally asked that there be a three-group committee, including government, menzgold, and the customers. From what you've told us today, nothing really includes the customers. So how are you involving the customers in all this? And then finally, you clarify the fact that menzgold is not a Ponzi scheme. There's also the conspiracy theory that some people are working to destroy you. From the facts available to you, how true or false is this?
One question, please.
Okay. My name is Maxwell. I work with Joy FM and Joy News. Joy News, I should say. Yes, sir. Yeah, Maxwell, yeah. Okay, I stepped out a little, so I'm not sure my question has been asked. But coming to this press conference, I think the theme for everybody was that we're going to hear clear timelines being given as in when customers of menzgold should expect their deposits. I've had a lot of interactions with customers of the company, and some of them bedridden actually, who are hoping that you'll be released from the custody of the Dubai police and then the Ghana police subsequently, so that you'll be able to make payments. they are saying that until you're released, the monies are not going to come. Now you've been released. I'm sure a lot of them would want to hear clear timelines, as in, expect it in November, expect it in December, expect it this year, January. When should they expect the money? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please stop the murmuring. Everybody has an opinion as a question. Please. Okay, thank you very much. Over to you, sir. Please.
Brothers, thank you so much. My brother Abdurrahman of GTV, I'll take yours first. You want to know the net worth of menzgold before and after. That's also an information that we cannot divulge owing to the fact that we have civil and criminal proceedings. Okay, so but in due course, we really have to, you can trust and be rest assured that we would. The second one was government. Yeah, I said we thank the government for not sparing the rod and spoiling the child. Do you take that as an admission of guilt? No, that is not an admission of guilt. If it were, I'm sure the judiciary is also government, and this is, the judiciary is also government. So if there is an admission of guilt, I think the appropriate place to have done it would have been the Chamber of Justice, which was before the court of law. When I went before them, that's supposed to pull your legs. But it's not an admission of guilt. But the point here is that every human being is fallible. Maybe we have, from where they sit, maybe there were certain omissions and commissions that we, are not privy to, which necessitated certain actions and inactions that they took. So, no matter, what we do, there are fathers and there are mothers in the helm of affairs. And so, therefore, we are still subject to them. And so, yes, in as much as it is not admission of guilt, we still thank them, and if you like, I would reiterate it. We thank them for, pruning us, and making us refined and the best that we can possibly be. Then, my brother Hansen from City FM. Yes, you want to know as to whether it is true or false that we have agreed with government for them to be a trustee to the pending amounts that we need to recoup from Dubai. It is not the case, okay, except that the letter that you referred us to was, just like I'm doing right now, was a proposition, was a proposal, a suggestion, more or less that Kwame, our very capable lawyer, in conjunction with all the international, lawyers did to the Ghanaian government. So I'm sure they are still, and today I've also added my voice to it. So I'm sure they are still reviewing, and in due course, just as I said, we would engage the AG's office. Once we're set, they will let us know, what they can do and what they cannot do. But what is certain is that we'll definitely, find solution to this pending teasing matter. Thank you. Then you talked about customer committee. I thought when I was speaking just a moment ago, I said we will do broad consultation. We engage customers' leadership. In fact, even the schedule, we would have to build consensus. So customers would be at the center, at the heart, when we get to that point. Then the conspiracy theory as to people wanting to destroy me, as to whether it is true or false. Well, what I know is that everybody wants to catch the star, in the sky. Everybody wants to, have the better things and of this world. So life in itself is a struggle. My mother tells me all the time, like growing up, that life is war, and especially when you're a man. And so therefore, I will not, disregard and sit here and see everybody in the whole world wishes me well. However, I think, having come this far, all things work together for good, to those that love God and to those who are called according to his purpose. And whatever happens in this life, if God doesn't permit it, it doesn't happen. And so in all things, I give glory to God. I pray that if, certain persons or elements, whether local or international, are working and conspiring for my fall, I pray they repent and accept Jesus Christ. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The last one of our question.
Sorry. Maxwell, my brother Maxwell from Joy News. The timelines. I think this is tied to the fact that we cannot access money. We just can't access money. We can't, do without the bank account. Especially when we have money laundering allegations. So once that is done, once we engage government, whatever decision they take, and we would also get to the customers' leadership, and then we would all judge, and then do consensus building, then agree on timelines that would be of mutual benefit. So we'll definitely, publish the timelines, but we would need you to be just a little bit patient. My brother Maxwell, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We'll do that. Please, the last one of questions. Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic. Please come. Daily Graphic, Ghana Web, and then Class TV. Class FM, please.
My name is Stephen Kenneth Nakuja from Pending TV, GhanaPublicEye.com. Please, I want to ask, Stephen Kenneth Nakuja from Pending TV, Ghana Public Eye. Please, I want to ask whether nam1 has regretted investing in our music industry or entertainment industry. I want to know. Thank you.
Right, Nana, my name. So, in the day you Lord, it was with Ghana Web. So earlier there was, for want of a better word, a cryptic message on your Twitter timeline, which suggested that, there was an alligator or crocodile attacking a wildebeest, and the other wildebeest were just looking on. Would you say that industry players hang it out to dry? And also, what's the meaning of Oran Battalion?
Good afternoon. My name is Awad Said from Hot FM.
Okay. My name is
over to you.
Okay, my brother Stephen.
Pendrin Media.
Pendrin Media. You want to know as to whether I have regretted in investing in the entertainment industry. I have not. I cannot. It was a business decision. And, we believe, I do not believe, or I do not do businesses that, you start today and then you reap tomorrow. I am, with respect, and not to sound boastful, like